Hello. Now. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Patil sir.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how to minimize this window so I can start my presentation?
There will be a white arrow and an orange rectangle, sir.
Yes, sir.
That will hide it.
Yeah, got it. So may I start
Okay.
now?
Oh, 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to all. Today's session is about the IPR, the scope and the opportunities for the students and the academicians. Especially today we are going to focus on the revenue generation, the startups, the careers options available for the students, and for academicians, how they can build their portfolio, how they can get the fundings, how they can go for the revenue generation. So I'm Dr. Suryakant Patil. I'm working as an IPR sale in charge at the PICT Pune, renowned engineering college from the Pune. So start with the presentation. We have IPR, that is the intellectual property right. You might have heard about the patent, copyright, trademark, and the industrial design, as well as the geographical indices. We are going to see one by one. But the very first question comes in mind, why one should go for the intellectual property right, and what is the importance, and how the funds I will get it, how will go for my startups and revenue and all, So have some case study initially, because that will be a motivation for your today's session. And you can attend and you will be attentive. So everyone knows Gillette, right? Gillette, the pioneer and the market leader in the razor industry. So if you see here, it's just 4.9% working capital they do have out of the complete asset. The fixed asset, you can say manufacturing plant, you can say the tools and the equipment and the machinery, it's a hardly 8.8%. Intangible asset, they do have 10%, but if you talk about the intellectual property rights, if you talk about the intellectual property asset, it's a 76%. So just imagine $1,000 million company and more than 70% is the asset in the form of intellectual property. It's not about the only Gillette. You just name it, a Dolby. When we purchase a CD player or DVD player of $100, 17%, more than 17%, the royalty goes to the owner. The owner who has a copyright, the owner who has a patent rights, the owner who has the IPR rights. And we know the success story of the Apple. We have seen so many soft drink cans, right? So start with, example, if I want to go for as an academician, so what academician can go for fundings, revenue generation. In daily teaching activities, we do go for designs, architecture, block diagrams, then we do go for our books publication. Now just imagine, I do have my own channel of the lectures and I'm going on a YouTube, and all my copyrighted material is going to be referred by the topmost universities. Can you imagine the royalty I can produce? I can get a huge revenue from that, isn't it? So either you are a student or is a UG student, PG student, research fellow, doesn't matter. You can just go for fundings, you can go for the revenue with the power of IPR. It will help you for the early retirement and the starters, believe me. Coming to the another case study, everyone knows the coffee sipper. Now there are issues with that. When we have the last few drops, those may come on our body. It may spoil our dress. So what is the option? We have the option. Everyone knows this is the soft drink can. In my last 40 years, I never seen any other design about any soft drink can. This is the only design I have seen, and the design designed by the designer in the 1963. And can you imagine the power of the IPR behind this? The power of the IPR is one good design will make you the billionaire. So dear students and faculty, just imagine one design long back. We are still using the same design years and years and together. And for each and every single can, 1 cent goes to the inventor. Can you imagine the royalty? The royalty is, yeah, it's per annum. Per annum, every year it's going to be continued. So when you talk about the market, when you talk about the impact of the IPR, if you talk about the business and the earnings, the major role is of the IPR. Now coming to the today's topic, we have different kind of properties. We know tangible and intangible. So intellectual property is nothing but the intangible property. In intangible property, we have the design, industrial design. We have copyright, patent, trademark, geographical indices. So intellectual property is going to help me to create the intellect power and transform that into the money, or you can say monetary benefits, you can say revenue, you can say funds. We need to understand the time bound of that and territorial impact of that. So if you see some examples of the patents, copyright, trademark, and the different designs and the trade secret, we know Google, we know Coca-Cola. So all these inventions comes under different categories. So patent can be an application, copyright, it can be a text, a trademark, it can be a logo, a design, it is a design of any tangible thing or intangible, architectural things. Trade secret, we know the KFCs. Similar way, all these designs, all these IPRs can be possible in a single product. So single product can have different kind of IPRs in a same, and we can get the royalty benefit of the technology transfer, license transfer of a single product. So either it's a pressure cooker at kitchen, or it's our handycam, or either it's a television. You'll find that copyright is there, we do have, trademark is there, and the design. In the single product, we can have the different IPRs. Coming to the major important aspect of today's seminar, what are the career opportunities, startups for the students? It doesn't matter either you are in a first year or in a final year, or a pass out or a fresher. When it comes to the IPR, it's just a single idea. So once you have in your mind a small idea, just transform that idea into the innovation, innovation into the invention, take the IPR of that, file the IPR, patent of that, and start your startup. In earlier era, we used to have finance, land, labor, machinery, a lot of things to be an entrepreneur. In the IPR era, just an idea, an IPR, and start your business, start your startup. One more case study, the success story everyone knows, the Apple Corporation. Can you imagine almost zero manufacturing of the Apple Corporation, zero manufacturing. They do have only and only Apple research labs. So no labor issues, no investment is there, 100% is a profit. And if you see the profit, the figures are in the $1 billion, $804 billion is the market value of the Apple, which is more than all the topmost companies of the India. So the market value is just because of the IPR that we need to realize. We need to understand the power of the IPR. You go to the Nike, now they come in the denim industry, but the first job is, yes, IPR. Go to the medical field, yes, we do heard about the generic medicines and we blame the branding, that the branded, maybe a Cipla company, they come with a costly medicines. Why is it so? Just imagine someone is working a decade or 2 decades on a single research, and then they come with a medicine. What you are expecting from them? They do file the IPR. They see that they should keep their rivals out of market. And that huge research of the 1 decade or 2 decades, they come up with the IPR power, and then they sell out their product in the market. Similar, it may be a student, or it may be you can say academician, come with an idea, you will get the financer immediately. No need to wait for the finance. The financer will come with your IPR. At university, the wheelchair by the students, which can clean the stairs. Why to go to US and UK? A small city, Nasik, we do have a scientist from there working in the MIT, Mr. Ramesh Rajkot, with 75 patents. He come up with a scanner, a camera you can say at MIT lab, which can read 8 pages back to back without opening the textbook. Can you imagine the scope in the image processing? Can you imagine the applications in that? And can you imagine how much monetary benefit and the revenue Mr. Rajkot is going to earn? Similar way, from Gujarat, a third year CSE student, Mr. Nandan Shah, come up with another patented gadget to save the women from the emergencies. If you go to the national and you can say international websites of the government, you'll find that there are many projects going on and many opportunities are there for the students, those are going to pass out. It can be patent associate, technical, you can say computer engineering, ATC, mechanical, civil. What you need to do, you're going to draft the patent, you're going to file the patent, you're going to work on the patent, you're going to learn the legal aspects of the patent along with the technical aspects. And can you imagine the salary? The TCS Infosys may offer you 3 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs starting. The patent associate may get minimum 7 to 8 lakhs in the government, central government jobs we are talking about, dear students. You can be a patent examiner because hardly 500 patent examiners in the Mumbai we do have, and 52,000 patents people do file. Just imagine 52,000 patents per year one has to examine. 500 team of patent examiners. Huge opportunities are there, 500 vacancies per year. And with whom you are going to compete? You are going to compete with the BA/BCom students, non-professional graduates. It's very easy to get it. This is not the end. Start with the government job, and within couple of years, the private firms, the IP firms will hire you with a package 20 to 30 lakhs rupees. Go to the overseas. As we know, in the overseas, the IP lawyers, the IP attorneys, the most lucrative profession. You cannot imagine the kind of career you can have within India, outside India. So what IPR can do for the startups? Yes, Microsoft, we know legitimate ownership. Facebook, we know the kind of wealth it get, and monopoly by the Gillette. So keep your rivals out of market. Go into the entry to the big league. Flipkart, we know that. Success story of the Amazon along with that. And then what IPR comes? IPR comes with a reliability. IPR comes with a trustworthy organization like Apple. So if you don't go for a IPR, if you don't think about acquire the new innovations and ideas and IPR of that, it will be a Nokia. Yes, unfortunately, we have to say Nokia suffer because of IPR. And we do have several examples of those successful stories of the Uber, Ola, Make My Trips with their own copyrights and the trademark. Within India also, we do have several success stories like Make My Trip, Flipkart, Zomato, Redbus, Housing.com, InMobi, and there are many. Do you know who has started the startups? The students from the small institutions and the universities like you. So with one single idea, the miracle can be happen. It can be possible, but only and only with the support and by protecting your innovation under IPR. So innovation doesn't matter. Innovation will not give you the power. Innovation will not give you the rights. The exclusive rights are only possible for your startup, for your business, and that's only with the IPR. IPR will give you capital investment. IPR will save you from the attacks by the rivals. IPR will stop your theft of your innovation. It will give you the freedom to operate. It will increase your market share exponentially. The joint ventures and the R&D partners will come ahead to shake hand with you for joint ventures. By looking towards IPR portfolio, either it's a copyright, trademark, or huge number of patents portfolio. And no need to get granted the patent, because we know that couple of years we need to get the patent grant. Patent filing with a proper reputed patent attorney, that is sufficient. That portfolio with a proper innovation is sufficient to get and to attract the R&D partners and the joint ventures. So billion-dollar empire is possible with just one startup. What we have to avoid? Yes, we have to protect our innovations from the others, the rivals, the theft and the infringement, and it can be possible at any segment. If you go to the large segment, we will find that yes, the biggest battle nowadays is Apple and Samsung, and Apple won the battle. We know that it's because of the IPR support. Each and every aspect of the design has been copied. But at the end of the day, Samsung has to pay more than billions and billions of dollars compensation against the infringement to the Apple. It's not about the only technology. Even if, the Samsung also imitated the Apple's product packaging. Not even the package they have left out. But thank God, it's thanks to IPR. And it's not about only Apple, that they are always in the giving end or not in the receiving end. Yes, we do have the two Indians who come up with innovation, and that innovative chip A7 that has been copied by the Apple. Yes, you can just imagine iPhone 6 in your hand, and that design has been copied. That is a theft from two Indian scientists, and that is again the giant like Apple, not expected, right? But do you know the power and the rights of the IPR? The IPR gives $400 million of first installment to the two Indian scientists, and yes, Apple has paid that. So IPR will help you to protect your own innovations. IPR will help you to come in the market, get the financer. IPR will help you to grow your business, and IPR will help you that if anyone does imitate or infringe your innovations, then go in the court and then you will get a compensation. No need to worry. No need to go for manufacturing immediately. No need to worry about the labor, and no need to worry about the land to procure and to go for your own machines and factory. What you need, innovation, innovative mindset. Then the question arises, yes, in India we do have such a talent hub, then why we are lagging at this front? When you talk about the MIT USA, or we talk about the Center of Innovation and the incubations at the MIT, what is the difference? The only difference is we do work 9 to 5, we do work 8 to 5, we do work 10 to 5. An example like MIT USA, they do have the knowledge factories. So the students and the faculty, they enter in the lab, and then they don't know it's a 1 day or 1 week or 1 month, and they do work there. They work there 24/7. They work for their own innovation. They work for their own university. They work for their own innovations, and that's going to build a great nation. So even in the USA, if you see, you will find that all major companies, Fortune 500 companies, are surviving because of the IPR. You just name any giant company from its Facebook or Microsoft or any other company, you will find it's just because of the IPR. Copyright, the next. We know that any kind of textbook, we have seen the copyright, in the school days. Just open the second or third page of any textbook and you'll find that there is a C with a circle, that is a copyright. Yes, the copyright will provide you will offer you the guarantee of your own innovation, the royalty of that, not only throughout your life, but throughout your life plus next 60 years for your next generation. That is the lifetime of a copyright. Industrial designs, even it's a Coke bottle, it's patented. The design has been patented. The same bottle with the same design, not possible for any other rival. We know, we have seen in daily, day-to-day life, there are many designs are there. Start with the ball pen to the iron machine to the chappal, Similar way in the pharmaceutical, yes, it's costly because of the patent, but a lot of this research is there behind that. We need to understand that. Textile, jewelry and all. Just to name Tanishq, like, the diamond jewelries are there. They do survive in this business because of the patent designing. So it's about your right, and the right of the particular, your design, your patent design will be with you for 10 years. That can be extendable for every 5 years. So you will have your rights preserved. Trademark. Daily we do see so many logos are there. Now these logos, these taglines are nothing but the trademark. So the trademark of the Apple, trademark of the Godrej or TVS, or it may be the Coca-Cola, or it's your G. These are protected. These are protected under the IPR Act. And that's the reason the logo cannot be copied, imitated by any other rival. A recent example, the success story of the Amul again, and being a proud Indian, I would like to share with you. The Amul ice cream, the pure dairy product. And now what others are left with? Yes, no ice cream. They do say it's a frozen dessert. That is the success and that is the power of the IPR, my dear students and faculty. I want to go for a business. I want to go for a publication, probably what the marketing and the branding of my business. What we suggest? Wait, take a pause, file IPR, and then go in the market. So there's a small example from Pune itself, a snehbandhan.org, and there is a snehbandhan.net. So when the client approach, at IPR sale, and they ask, okay, sir, we have done a lot of branding and we have spent a lot of money in last couple of years, and we are not aware that there is another one with the same name. We said forget about the website, because you can have snehbandhan.org, snehbandhan.net, snehbandhan.com, or it can be snehbandhan. Any other domain. Important is not domain. Try to understand. There is a difference in the domain and there is a difference in the trademark. Trademark is about the names, Snehbandhan. And then we have done the search. We found that yes, someone already filed the Snehbandhan trademark in the 2006. Now what the new person left with? After spending 2 years for the branding and marketing of his Snehbandhan product, he has to change his name. Else he has to pay a huge compensation in future. So wait, before you go for a business, please file the IPR first. GI, geographical indications, those are based on the particular location, area we know very well, especially example like Feni from the Goa. You go to any corner of the world and you won't get any drink with the name Feni, or you won't get the Goa's Feni in any corner of the world. And that is again the power of the IPR, that is GI, and that attracts the tourism. The tourism survives because of the IPR. So either it's Alfonso mango from the Konkan, or you can say Kolhapuri chappal. Unfortunately, the Kolhapuri chappal yet not get patent granted, and that is the reason in each and every corner of the world you will find Kolhapuri chappal, unfortunately. Licensing and technology transfer. Either you can transfer your complete license to the name on the client, and the client can start the manufacturing. You will get one-time lump sum amount for that. Else you can go for a technology transfer to the many companies at a time, or you can go for a percentage of sale with a royalty. So per month you will get the royalty. So when you talk about the universities, they are just see the figures: $52 million, $109 million, $150 million. So $1.7 billion. That is the revenue from the patent licensing. The small universities are earning in the $1 million with the help of the IPR by technology transfer, license transfer. So finally, at the end of the day, what we think? Yes, we are filing the patent not only for our portfolio. Yes, I want to go for my startup. I want to go for my product. I want to go for my market business. Or as an academician, I want to go for my IPR portfolio. I want to go for funding. I want to go for a research project. At the end of the day, either you are a student or faculty, we need a finance, we need a revenue, we need a protection of the IPR. So if you file your own IPR, it will be like, you may file or you can submit any paper in the IEEE, and you cannot write in your CV that I have submitted one paper in the IEEE publication. No, unless you don't get accepted, you don't get published. So my genuine advice to all, please contact the IP attorneys, because the patent is not the technical entity, it's a 100% legal entity. And just to give you an idea, the exposure, and why it's a legal entity. When you file the patent, after a couple of years you get the reply. The reply will be like, in this case, the patent was filed in the 2011, published in the 2013, and we got the reply in the 2016. 5 years it took to get the reply. But what is the reply? 0% technical, 100% legal. It says about, the clauses and the objections, 2.1j and 3.1j and 3.1i. Even abstract should be prepared as the instructions given in the rule 13.7a/d. as per the patent rule 2003. What is this? Being a technocrat, being an academician, a student, we don't know the legal language. So filing patent is not important, filing from the proper IP attorney, legally. Else, the chances are very high your patent will get rejected and your all efforts and money will be in a vain. So when you talk about the examination and the reply to that, and you may require to go to attend the hearing to the Mumbai Patent Office or Delhi Patent Office, and that is costly. That is costly, but the purpose behind the IPR is to protect your innovation, for your startup, for your career, for your portfolio. Then at the end of the seminar, the million-dollar question might be in your mind. The scientists do file patent and Apple do file patent. I am just a student, I am just an academician. How can I file the patent? Can I file the patent? Is it appropriate? This seminar indicates, what it indicates. Yeah, see, 14-year-old television, got patented. The invention of the steam engine, at the age of 19 years only. Invention of the wind turbine, it's a hardly 12-year-old. Trampoline, 16-year-old. A teenager has filed the patent of the bubble gum. Earlier there was not a concept of any ice candy. So just a small girl of 11-year-old come up with the concept of the ice candy, and that got patented, the design patent. 19-year-old, 12 years, it's a glow sheet and it's patented. We know everyone, Mr. Lewis, at the age of 15 years, the braille he has invented. Graham Bell at the age of only 18 years, invention is telephone. Why to go to US and UK? In India, small town Panala, that is from Kolhapur city, and the student of the first year, he has filed the patent, the complete patent, about to grant. Another student from second year from the Godawat Engineering. And there is huge list of the engineering colleges, pharma colleges, medical colleges, and the many other law students. Those have filed the patents. Those have filed the patents. We do help, free guidance and free consultancy. The USP is not to file the patent as it is, but not only legally, upgrade the patent, upgrade the draft, technically in such a way, legally in such a way that it should be patentable, and then file the patent, it makes sense. So when you do the prior art search within India, outside India, that is this draft, is this invention, is this innovation patentable? If it comes negative, yes, we do convert into the positive by technical upgradation, by legal upgradation. Then the another question everyone asks, software, is it patentable? Technically no, legally yes. In 1968, there was a new rule, new amendment comes in the IPR, and that says yes, software can be patented subject to it has to fulfill some of the criteria. One of the criteria, the software must have the major impact on the hardware. So again, it goes in the clauses, it goes in the legal court. So if you have the proper IPR attorney, the IPR attorney will help you to convert, transform your innovative idea, though it's a pure software, though it's a non-tangible, into the proper, you can say, tangible and patentable application, which is going to be converted into some claims and patent. So coming to the point, can I file a patent as a student? See, it's a 10-year-old your school student, Mr. Om Patil, has filed 2 patents. That is one in the smart city, another that is in the smart parking. Just it's a coincidence that he is my son. But besides this, yes, he has good, fantastic ideas by just watching the Discovery channels, especially the Turbo Discovery and the Science Discovery. Just think if the 10-year-olds can file the patent in India, then why not we? Only we should know the legal aspects, we should have the proper guidance from the legal aspects, because I'm repeating, patent is 100% legal entity. Territorial, yes. When I file the patent, the patentability, the novelty going to check worldwide. But once it gets granted, unfortunately, the rights will be within India, within your country where you file the patent. Someone else can imitate, copy your work in other country and they can start the manufacturing, unfortunately. Then the infringement cases will be there, opposition objection cases will be there, and you need an IP attorney to protect your IPR once again. So it's not about only filing, it's about the granting. It's not about only granting, it's about the commercialization. And that's why so much investment. So how to go beyond India? Yes, identify in which country I can file this. It may be a Korea or Japan, or it may be Sweden or US or the whole Europe. Yes, thanks to PCT. The PCT within 12 months, if you can file the application, you can go in any other country among the 152 and you can file another patent over there based on your base patent. So if you have a plan, not only MNC, think beyond the MNC. Don't stop believing. Go for a startup. IPR is with you. We are with you to support. So it's not about the only imagination. It's imagineering. It's about the IPR. It's the power of the IPR, which can create the history. So believe on yourself. Thanks for patience listening. If you have any kind of doubts, queries, you can connect with me. Thank you. Hello, any questions?
As such, we have not received any question. Let's wait for a couple of minutes if somebody is having any question.
It can be a specific, it can be technical, or it can be legal aspect, or it can be about the innovation.
We are in first question, whether idea can be patent?
Yes. Idea need to be transformed properly into the application. Within that application, wherever we have the proper invention, legally we have to see. And that idea can be transformed. As I just given the example of the 10-year-old son. The 10-year-old boy has just shared the idea that in the smart city, can we have such a kind of smart parking? And yes, we have converted.
Another question, that we are using Raspberry Pi in our project, which is an already developed electronic board. Can we file a patent on it?
The platform you are using, that is already patented. The design patent is there, copyrights are there, multiple copyrights are there, trademark is there. The answer is, you cannot have any application as it is, which is patentable on the same platform. But yes, you can transform, you can convert that in such a way that your own innovation will be there, and that we need to transform into legally. So again, we are coming to the legal aspects, that how to convert your work and how to prove that it is different from the platform of the Raspberry Pi. See, to the all audience, it's very simple. You approach to any IP patent attorney or IPR cell, and they will just share with you one form, fill up the form, and within a week you will get the answer, is it patentable or not. That is the best option.
Is there any certification courses for IPR in education?
A very nice question. There is a patent agent exam. Recently it happened in November 2016. Once in a 2 year it happened. And that's conducted by the Patent India government, that is IP India. If you clear the exam, believe me, irrespective with your qualification, either you are BA, BCom graduate or law or engineering, the minimum starting will be more than 7 to 8 lakhs in even a small city. Patent agent exam, we do offer training in that even.
What is the cost to file a patent?
Now, if I have to file a patent, the government will ask 8,000 rupees for an individual or a group of people. So if you want to file for a project of UG or PG, a group of 4 to 5 students and 1 faculty can file together, and they can share the cost of 8,000 rupees, which is the government fees. But If an institute want to file, organization want to file, then the cost goes up to 40,000 rupees. That cost includes patent filing, that cost includes early publication, and that cost includes examination request of the patent. This is the pure government fees. Beside this, there will be a patent attorney fees will be there, and that vary 50,000 to 1,70,000 for the complete patent life cycle. It looks costly affair at this moment, but once you protect, then the benefits are tremendous.
What is the ideal time to get a patent?
Pardon, sir?
What is the ideal time to get a patent? How much time it takes to get patent?
Okay, to get, you mean to say the granting of the patent, right? Patent granting. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once you file the patent, it will take hardly 1.5 months to publish. Once it gets published, from the worldwide corner, there may be opposition objections about your patent if they have some kind of issues, if they found it's imitated. If no, then within 2 to 3 years, you'll get the examination reply, what I've shared with you, FER, first examination reply. Your patent attorney is supposed to reply legally within 6 months and then attend the hearing to the patent office. So the complete cycle may take 4 years minimum. Minimum I'm talking about.
Can research-oriented algorithm be patented?
Algorithms are not patented. Those can be copyrighted. But if you want to go for a patent, then that particular algorithm need to be transformed into the application, and that application we set up can be patented. Example like Uber and Ola, the kind of algorithm they do follow for the shortest path and others. Yes, it's a patented, not copyrighted only.
Are there any support centers which can bear cost of filing a patent application?
Okay. Coming to that, at PICT Pune, we do have the IPR cell. We don't charge for the find out either it's a patentable or not. The patentability will be checked free of cost, or you can say technically prior art search. Further, guidance will be again free. So besides the attorney's legal services, rest other will be free from our end. The contact details are in front of you. You can approach us anytime. Government fees you need to pay directly to the government. Because the prior art search may be charged up to 35,000 by the patent attorney. It is free of cost. You can just drop the mail.
We are not doing any more question at this point of time.
Thank you.
So any final comments from your side, sir? Okay, we do have one more question. Is it
The
possible
important is not to file the patent. Importance is the granting, and not only granting but the commercialization. So finally, we are talking about down the line 3 to 4. Please.
We are having one more question. How to sell patent?
Yeah, it's one more question, a good question you can say. It is called technically commercialization of your patent or your IPR. And there again you need a patent attorney to take help. The charges are 10 to 12% and those are not upfront. Means, example, if you come with some invention and you want to sell it, if you go to the Tata Motors, and Tata Motors has finalized this for 17.2 lakhs, the 17.2 lakhs will come to your account, and after once you get a payment in your account, then only need to share 10 to 12% the fees towards the IP attorney. Because the IP attorney can broadcast your patent application number worldwide with their client database. Individual cannot do this. Yes, sir. Any more question?
No, sir. At this moment, we are not having any more questions. So with this, let's end this webinar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can I conclude?
Yes, sir. If you want to continue, then you can. If you want to give any comments.
No, can I conclude? Can I conclude?
Yeah, please.
Conclude.
Yeah.
So the final word, what I was about to say, is not about the filing, it's about the commercialization. Down the line, 3 to 4 years, if you get the rejection, doesn't make any sense. So please go for any IP attorney or IPR sale, which will have the expertise in the legal and technical aspects, and please file through them. It makes sense down the line 3 to 4 years when you go for commercialization, granting, technology transfer, and license transfer. Happy patenting. Good day.
Yeah. Thank you, Patil, and thank you, participants.
Yeah, thanks for the platform and thanks for the support. Can I close now?
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.